Epic fails and funny flops. The best storytime mishaps. My biggest regret in life? It's not about a lost love or a missed opportunity. It's about the time I almost burned down my apartment complex trying to make gourmet ramen for a first date. No, seriously. It was early last year and I was trying to impress Sarah. We'd matched on a dating app and she was into foodies and culinary adventures. I, on the other hand, usually consider heating up a frozen pizza a culinary adventure. But I was smitten, so I lied. Big time. I told her I was an amateur chef, always experimenting with exotic flavors. She suggested I cook for her. Panic set in. I decided on ramen. Not just any ramen, though. I went to an Asian grocery store and bought all the fancy fixings. Fresh noodles, artisanal broth paste, a selection of exotic mushrooms I couldn't pronounce. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, felt vaguely confident, and even bought a chef's hat. Looking back, that hat was the first sign of my impending doom. The big night arrived. Sarah was due in an hour. I had everything laid out, feeling like Gordon Ramsay ready to conquer a Michelin star. The broth was simmering. The veggies were chopped, and then came the soft-boiled egg stage. The recipe said to drop them gently into boiling water. My genius idea? Use a slotted spoon. Only my hand slipped, and the egg exploded on contact with the water, sending scalding hot water and egg shrapnel everywhere. My face, my brand new chef's hat, the ceiling, it was a disaster. In my haste to clean up the eggy catastrophe, I knocked over the entire pot of simmering broth. It cascaded over the stovetop, instantly hitting the open flame. A whoosh, a flash, and then a small but very real fire erupted. My kitchen cabinets were now gently smoking. I stared at it, paralyzed for what felt like an eternity, but was probably only a few seconds. Sarah rang the doorbell just as the fire alarm started blaring. I grabbed the nearest thing, which happened to be a loaf of bread, and started frantically trying to smother the flames. Smoke filled the apartment. Sarah was yelling through the door, and I was there, bread in hand, surrounded by the smoldering remains of my culinary aspirations. The fire department showed up 10 minutes later. Sarah, bless her heart, actually found it hilarious after the initial shock wore off. We ended up getting takeout. We still joke about the great ramen fire of 24. We're still together, actually. She says she fell for me because I was so authentically, hilariously inept. Maybe there's a lesson in that. Or maybe I just got incredibly lucky. What's your most epic fail story?